for the last part of our autumn honeymoon, we planned something completely different. Winter camping around Mount Fuji.
Waiting patiently for our car here at Overland Japan.
This is our home for the next 2 days. A Suzuki Jimny, which is equipped with everything we need to live like temporary nomads.
Driving the Jimny.
Tokyo traffic isn't as wild as we imagine. It surrenders pretty soon to Japan's vast, seamless highways. Roads that seem to promise adventure at every turn. And suddenly we spot him. Our first glimpse at Mount Fuji. Rising from the horizon like a sleeping giant. It's almost like an old friend welcoming us home. And sometimes you even get an unexpected bonus, like a monkey crossing the street right in front of us.
I see nothing.
Oh, it's very sunny. We just made it to Chureito Pagoda. We're just gonna go and do a little hike to get to the top of it and see the view from there. Driving the Jimny on the highway was an experience, I would say. I think it's because of the suspension, but it was pretty wobbly. It didn't feel like it was because of the wind, just it felt a bit wobblier than you would expect. Let's check out this view. This is what you're here for.
With each of the 398 steps, the view expands, and it's easy to see why pilgrims have been drawn here for centuries. With its 5 stories of red lacquered wood rising gracefully into the autumn sky, the pagoda stands like a quiet guardian over the valley. And just beyond it, Mount Fuji commands the horizon, snow-capped, still, and impossibly majestic.
It looks really beautiful. We have like a very clear sky. There's a lot of people here though. Like that's where the actual spot is. Definitely recommend stopping by if you're going to Fuji.
Yes.
Let's go.
We're surrounded by a tapestry of golden, yellow, and deep reds, as cherry, maple, and ginkgo leaves cling to their branches in one final burst of color. It's the perfect pause before we continue our drive. Though our stomachs remind us that we skipped breakfast for that early start.
I have takoyaki.
And that's a nice view for a lunch.
And honestly, with a view like this, how can we ever say no?
Just pulled up to a 7-Eleven, gonna do a bit of shopping, then we'll continue on our way. We're here to also get some money and then buy some food.
There's something that I always find remarkable about Japanese convenience stores. It's the beauty of their purposefulness. They're not just shops. They feel like tiny temples of preparation, built on the belief that everything you might need should be right there, waiting for you. We got what we needed for our nights under the stars. Ingredients for easy cooking, tea to warm our hands, drinks to toast the autumn air, and of course, coffee, which will surely taste 10 times better at the foot of Mount Fuji. Just minutes after leaving the store parking lot, we arrive at our next stop, Lake Kawaguchiko. Every bend in the road offers a fresh angle, another excuse to pull over and simply take it all in. One turn leads us to a maple corridor still blazing with autumn color, the hunting of red leaves. The Japanese call this tradition momijigari, and in the moment we understand why it's been a cultural tradition for more than 1,000 years. We stopped at a viewpoint that feels both familiar and new, one we visited a year ago. Now we're in the Jimny, but back then we were on bicycles. The view is just as breathtaking as we remember. We feel lucky, blessed even, to have been greeted by a clear view of Mount Fuji each time we visited.
Hi, husband. Are you seeing Mount Fuji?
Just going to grab a bite of food and some coffee. There's this like really nice and quiet area. It's right next to this more popular side of the lake.
Lake Kawaguchiko.
Yeah.
Hello. Quattro formaggi.
No. Oh, this is so good. Damn. I bet the coffee is good too. I have some. That's a matcha you can get into.
Back on the road, the December sunlight is doing what it does best. It's turning everything into liquid gold. The autumn foliage we've been admiring all day suddenly becomes three-dimensional, with light that photographers spend lifetimes trying to capture. We're lucky that the leaves haven't passed their prime yet. They're holding on, putting on a final show just before winter takes the stage, especially when all of these is happening in the beautiful presence of Mount Fuji. We're racing the sunset as we get closer to the campsite, but the day isn't done surprising us. The red Fuji. In 1830, Hokusai painted this very phenomenon, when the setting sun turns Mount Fuji the color of fire, and now here we are watching it unfold with our own eyes. A moment that inspired one of history's greatest artists. I feel like we're not just tourists but witnesses to something eternal, something that connects us to everyone who's ever stood in quiet awe before this mountain. We finally arrive at our campground. But first we have to check in. Choose any spot you like, he tells us, anywhere in this wide open meadow. So we roll slowly across the grass field, passing fellow campers who've already staked their ground. We're searching for the perfect balance. Open enough to catch the sunrise over Fuji, but close enough to the bathrooms, so that a midnight walk won't feel like a backcountry expedition. We made it.
We have light.
Now comes the real test, setting up the rooftop tent for the very first time. The demonstration we got in Tokyo felt clear enough. Push here, unclasp there, and secure this. Reality is always the better teacher. Other campers glance over, probably with a mix of sympathy and quiet amusement. We're clearly the amateurs, and everyone knows it.
Here.
We're figuring it out together, reading gestures when words fall short.
They did it?
No.
Asha, go! Bravo!
It was not easy.
It took a bit of patience and trust, the kind that says maybe neither of us know exactly what we're doing, but we've got this anyway. By the time we finished, Mount Fuji is an outline in the darkness.
Were you signaling me? You get the red cup.
Got some tea right here. Cheers on the tea.
Cheers!
And now it's time to cook. We could have built a fire, we have the wood and the gear packed neatly in the Jimny. What we don't have is time. So tonight we're keeping it simple with the gas stove. Then I'm gonna put the rice back in so it gets reheated. Load it up with some green onions. The finishing touch, some Kewpie mayo. Just look how cute and small it is.
Cheers.
Cheers!
Smells of grilled fish and perfectly charred meats are drifting over from nearby campsites. But our simple stir fry, it tastes like the best meal we've ever cooked. Because we made it together. It's sustenance earned after a long day.
Hello.
Hello.
Am I welcome in
Yes.
your tent?
Go on the other side.
We made it.
We're inside. Let me just
Super
close
big.
this. It's 8 p.m. So we're gonna cozy up and stay for a bit. But yeah, this is inside it. You can see.
Welcome to my crib.
Yeah. It's a lot more spacious than you expect when you see it from above, so overall it's a really cool experience. Alright, so see you tomorrow morning.
Up in the tent, mostly we talk about this. In Europe, a campground like this might be full of RVs, people recreating their living rooms outdoor. But here, people respect the connection with nature, the silence and the calmness.
Hi! Something warm for me?
Yes. Now that's a coffee with a view. So it's almost 9. We got up at 6 just to catch the sunrise, and also because someone for some reason triggered their own car alarm, so I think the whole campground got up. It was pretty funny, but we were already up, so it didn't really affect us. As far as sleeping overnight, it wasn't that bad. It was a bit cold when we got under the bed sheets, but it got really hot. Cosmina said that she got a bit too warm at one point. For me it was just okay. Let me just grab a sip of coffee. So, what did I want to say? I think I got up a few times during the night. I don't know exactly why, because you always like get up and you know what it is, but not the most comfortable sleep ever. But it's nice. My biggest concern was how cold it's going to be, and it wasn't cold at all. We didn't really buy anything for breakfast because we knew that they serve really good food here. They had some really good burgers, so we want to try that. Keep that in mind if you're visiting this campground, that you can actually have some pretty good food here.
Everything is so carefully sorted, so organized, that it feels less like a chore and more like a quiet ritual. Even here in the middle of wide open fields, there's a deep respect for order and for nature.
This is just our luck.
Yeah, really nice explainer schedule. But because we got pretty late yesterday, we rushed to kind of make sure we have everything settled. We didn't actually see that the big restaurant that we were waiting to have really good burgers. It's actually closed on Wednesdays. Wednesdays is exactly the day that we're at. So unfortunately, we weren't lucky, but that's okay. We still enjoyed the view. It's not like we stayed just for the food.
Yeah.
Now it's time to find a place to eat, and then we'll move on to our next campsite for the night.
We pack up all the gear into the mighty Jimny, say a temporary goodbye to Mount Fuji, and start the drive towards our second campsite on the Izu Peninsula. We break from the drive with lunch at a restaurant that specializes in Hamburg steak. It's a uniquely Japanese take on a dish that started in Germany and eventually inspired the American hamburger. Mine comes sizzling on a hot plate, and I'm handed a sheet of paper to shield my clothes from the splattering fat.
Very nice.
Cosmina ordered the steak, which is perfectly cooked and tender. And while my hamburger is tasty, I can't help but feel a little bit jealous of her choice. The road stretches long and straight, the kind that makes minutes feel slower. The Jimny wobbles gently along, the sun presses into my face, and the lack of proper sleep from the night before doesn't help. Eventually it becomes clear. I need a break. So we stopped for a coffee, a short pause that feels like salvation before carrying on. By the time we arrive, the weariness lifts. Our campsite sits high on a hill, with a wide view over Izu Bay, and in the distance, Mount Fuji once again. It's incredibly quiet here, just us and another couple, the kind of silence that feels rare.
Oh.
And despite leaving early, the hours slipped away. A stop for lunch, the emergency coffee break, and once again we arrive just in time for the 4 p.m. sunset. The light fades just as we set up the tent. I think we're finally able to start cooking, but before that, let's have a little bit of a drinky drink. Cheers!
Honeymoon, cheers!
Ooh, yeah, let's get this fire started. Bam! Okay, so, well, first let's put this water on the stove. For tonight's dinner, I go full freestyle, starting with the kimchi soup base. I add some chicken thighs and soup mix of vegetables.
You know what? Give it a taste. tastes right, because made here.
Let's give this bad boy a taste. See what it's made of. Ooh, wow, this is gonna hit the spot. Toward the end, I stir in fried rice to give it some body, and finally I drop in a few meat dumplings.
They're floating on top, so we'll be able to scoop them up.
I know it doesn't look like much, but in the cold December air, it's everything. It's hearty, spicy, and comforting.
This is what we've been waiting for. Maybe the dumplings now are at the bottom, so it's going to be a bit difficult to get to them, but...
So good in fact that I'm glad I captured it on video, so that I can recreate this taste at home.
Bon appetit to you. Ah, I got a dumpling.
Nice. Let me see if I can find it.
Ha!
Here we go. That's a dumpling right here.
It's the perfect companion to the quiet night, the mountain chill, and the soft weight of another day well lived.
Hai caprițelor! Ce faceți aici? Ce faci aici?
Ooh!
It's a bit too. Yeah.
So it's morning at the second campsite. We just finished putting down the tent, and you can see Mount Fuji there, looking really pretty. It was a lot warmer here, so we had the chance to sleep well. I think I fell asleep and then woke up in the morning, so perfect. So it's definitely quality of sleep depends on how cold it is. This campsite is pretty lovely. It's just been us and another couple. The rest is pretty empty, which is good, I guess. We've done eating breakfast. We're just gonna have a bit of a dessert, and then we're gonna be moving back to Tokyo.
Don't worry, I didn't leave Cosmina behind. She just went to the bathroom, and the campsite has a one-way street, so I just have to go this way to get to the point where we're gonna basically check out. And that's where I'm going now. We've been really lucky. We basically had full view of Mount Fuji the whole day. This morning it was a bit covered because it was all cloudy, but it's all good. Okay. Arigatou gozaimasu. Bye.
Bye!
This is our honeymoon story. 2 days, one rooftop tent, and the discovery that the greatest honeymoon gift isn't luxury, It's sharing moments of smallness beneath something vast and eternal. This is what honeymoons should be, not just celebrations of love, but explorations of it. Thanks for watching.